And the Pope's visit not just impacting people on the East Coast, really a lot of people all around the country. Joining us to talk about the economics of his trip is Dr. Wendy Patrick. Dr. Patrick, always great to see you.
Always great to see you too.
All right, so first question here, why is this trip so significant on so many levels?
Oh, where do I start? Lots of reasons. One of the things that makes it significant is not just because it's his first visit, but it really comes at a time where we're talking a lot about religion as a nation, both in business and in personal life and politics. He's coming in the middle of a contested election for president. He's coming 3 months after we have officially approved same-sex marriage at the Supreme Court. So there's really an enormous amount of publicity that surrounds this Pope's visit on all of those levels. But you mentioned business. It really is creating somewhat of a snarl on business around the country because so many people are turning out to see him. I mean, we have been on Pope watch for about a year, ever since we learned that, he was coming. And now what we're really seeing is a Pope tracker. In other words, everybody wants to be where he is, or at least try to get some tickets to be able to follow his visit.
Right, and even the ticket issue was kind of a big thing. People were trying to scalp them. That was one economic side. You mentioned some of the other economic issues, and we've been teasing the iPhone, new release the 25th, which is Friday. What's the impact there?
Well, things are being delayed, not just traffic delays. I mean, the Pope is taking the nation by storm, and just like a snowstorm, it is causing all sorts of delays, even in the release of new products. And that's what we're seeing with Apple. That's what we're seeing with some other things that were regularly scheduled to come out earlier in the week. Because remember, he's coming midweek. This is not a weekend visit, so it is disruptive to commerce, but in a good way. I mean, everyone is excited. The Pope is a rock star. He's got like 20 million Twitter followers, despite the fact that he doesn't use a computer. Go figure. Remember that he travels open air. He's got a Pope-mobile that's going to be a Jeep while he's in America. You tease a little bit of the segment where he was pointing at his cap. He cap swaps in public. So if a fan gives him a cap and it fits, the exchange is legit. And sometimes you see those things on eBay. I don't know who would want to sell a cap that actually was worn by the Pope, but there's business even there.
Yeah, Andrew and I were even talking. We thought, he could definitely be one of the most liked popes of all time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Being how much he interacts with the public. Before I let you go, Wendy, you mentioned this briefly at the top of your interview, talking about the political side. And that really is an issue. He has really kind of thrust himself in the middle of immigration, of gay marriage. How do you think his visit here to the United States and meeting with some of these political leaders will shape the 2016 race?
Well, I think we have to remember he's Pope Francis, not Senator Francis. He's not coming to advance legislation. He's coming to advance the gospel. And that really is the message that I would expect to permeate everything he says, everywhere he goes, everyone he speaks to. It seems like there are a lot of folks who would like to talk politics with him, and it's true, he has said, more so than prior popes, that he thinks it's important to talk about political issues. But I wouldn't be surprised if he really keeps it about love, about humility, about really everything that's characterized his visit. One of the things that I always point out is it's not just that the Pope is coming, it's that this Pope is coming. Pope Francis in so many ways has been the Pope of the people, and that's part of the reason why the whole nation is so excited for his visit.
Wouldn't it be so interesting if more politicians took on what he is talking about as opposed to the political side? Dr. Wendy Patrick, always great to have you. Thanks.
Thank you so much.